okay? But I'm telling you, we talk about championships and we talk about playoffs and all that stuff. That's not what our real goal is, right? What was our real goal at the beginning of the year? We had 2 goals. What were they? No, get better at football. Not make it anywhere. Get better at football, right? What was goal number 2?
Make it to the playoffs.
And I can tell by the practices, the way you guys have all bonded together, I can see the way everybody's having a great time this year. It makes me so happy to see the way we've grown together as a brotherhood, as a family, right? And as far as getting better at football, I'm confident every one of our players on our team has made such incredible progress. That's the thing that's been most amazing. And the way I think of it isn't as just as one team. Yes, we are one team, but each one of these young men have their own path they're on, their own challenges, their own things they went through during the year. And it's just been amazing to watch each one of them grow and progress the way they have. So now we'd like to go ahead and recognize each one of them individually. Carson, come on up. It's over now, so I want to confess something. I'm old, I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. In that first game that we played, I don't know if it was a preseason game or whatever, it was the first game we played, I didn't put Carson in the game. And it was completely because I just forgot. We were working through the game, it just got all crazy. This young man has worked so hard for months, preparing himself for that game. And yes, he was disappointed but he didn't get to play, but he didn't break down, he didn't cry, he didn't give up. He came to practice that next week and worked his butt off, right? And because of the way he worked and because of, I didn't get him in that last game, I think you started that next game, didn't you? Started him that next game, right? Came in, sacked the quarterback, made 2 or 3 great plays, and I think for the rest of the year, pretty much you started at middle linebacker for most of those games, right? He's battling him hard. But Carson, I'm so proud of you, buddy, to go from somebody who didn't play in that first game, who never played football before, to come out like you have, and to fight everybody off trying to steal your job every week and stuff like that. And now look at you, you're starting middle linebacker on the edge of the post team and stuff. Buddy, I'm so proud of you. You've done such a fantastic job. I'm telling you guys don't realize, pound for pound, probably one of the best athletes on our team. I saw it when we went to Nitro Zone. There was this big bar sitting out there, that nobody could get to. He was like Spider-Man. He was like, just jumped out there, just grabbed this thing. It's crazy. You don't realize what kind of athletic ability that God has blessed you with. At the beginning of the season, especially in 7-on-7, his daddy will talk to you and tell you about it. Every time we would go out there and put him in a position to play running back or wide receiver, he'd have this look. Right? Every time. Then gradually he got in there, we give him the ball, next thing you know, he busted for a big touchdown. I started to see that look a little less often. I don't see that look no more. And it's because you realize it, buddy. I think you started to realize he's got a little bit of swag about him now. He knows how good of a football player he is. Scored his first touchdown this year. I can't wait till next year, man. I'm so proud of you, buddy. You've come such a long way. It's been a very, very challenging season for him, right? Superstar baseball player steps out of his comfort zone to come try a brand new sport. And I'm telling you, buddy, you are so immensely talented. I know it was challenging this year, but don't give up. I'm telling you, you've got a big future ahead of you, right? But I mean, I started him as low as you can start. He started on the bench. He didn't really have a position to start with, right? Moved him into guard, dominated. You're part of the reason we won those games in the middle that were so challenging, to the point where you got promoted to tight end. Doing a great job at tight end, you know what was coming next, right? We got derailed at the end of the season with an injury and everything, but I'm telling you, buddy, you were so smart, and you were so talented. I can't wait to see where you go in the future, buddy. You did a great job. I'm gonna be honest. When I first met Tajon, right, I'm like, he seems like a really cool kid, but I wondered if he could play football. I wasn't really sure, and I didn't really see anything from him when we were at practice or anything like that. When we got in that first scrimmage game, man, he made plays all over the place. I don't even think you started, right? We didn't know what we were doing. We had no idea what we had. You didn't even start the game. Then we put him in the game, he was all over the place, tackling people right and left, playing amazing from the safety. First thing I said to him after the game, I walked up to him and said, "Man, you can play, can't you?" He said, "Mm-hmm." I said, "I'm unbelievable. I'm telling you, now you might be one of the best football players on the team. But I'm so proud of you. I mean, every week the way you brought it, I'm telling you, there were like 4 or 5 weeks in a row you could have been player of the week, right? So much so that I called other people out because I didn't know if they could be player of the week every week, and I knew it was only a matter of time until you got it, and you did, and you deserve it, buddy. I'm so proud of you. You did great. Hey, you haven't seen nothing yet. I'm telling you, this young man is unbelievable. Magic, lightning, whatever you want to call it, fire gets packaged up in a bottle, right? But I'm telling you, he's the most exciting player on our team to watch because he's the most talented, but he's also the craziest. You just never know what's going to happen. But you make it so much fun, you make it so exciting. I'm telling you, as your maturity comes, as you get a little bit more experience and stuff, all those crazy little episodes will start to diminish, and then all we're going to see is all the lightning superstar, amazing stuff. But I'm so proud of you. Hey, I watch a lot of film. There is not another 10-year-old in the league that can kick a field goal like that. There's definitely not another 10-year-old in the league that can kick a field goal like that can tackle like that can run, that can block like that, and do everything you can do. I'm telling you, buddy, you're one of the best 10-year-olds in the league. I'm telling you, there's probably even an 11-year-old.
Hey, Sean.
You're amazing, buddy. I'm so proud of you. You're a great man. Come on, come on! I love you like my own son. Tayshawn's been with me since he was 5 years old. 5 years I've been coaching him, right? When we came over to Brookwood this year, he came with us. And buddy, I'm just so proud of the way that you've grown and the way you've progressed. Someday he's got all the gifts and all the ability, right? He's starting to settle, puts it all together. I'm telling you, someday you're going to see him in a major college. You might even see him in the pros someday. This is the guy right here that has the most ability and the greatest potential on our team. And you're starting to show it some now, buddy. I'm so proud of you, the way you've really grown and matured this year. And I know there have been a lot of challenges and stuff, but you really handled it with a maturity that I haven't seen out of you in the past year. I'm so proud of you and the way you've progressed, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're going to do when we go to Tennessee. All right? Noah is another immensely talented young man, but the thing that really impresses me, you know, not just his physical ability and everything, but his heart and the way he cares about his team. Made an incredible sacrifice. Could probably play quarterback, running back, receiver, line, could play anywhere on the football team, but where we needed him most was center, and he did it. He stepped right in. I'm telling you, as soon as he made that sacrifice, he stepped in there, our team automatically got better. So, buddy, I love you so much. I appreciate you the way you're such. I love and admire your athletic ability, but I appreciate your heart and the way you're such a team player more than anything, buddy. I'm so proud of you. You did a great job this year, and we're lucky to have you on our team. I'm so proud of your coach. Jack's did a phenomenal job this year. He's another first-year player that came out. Another one of these guys that was an amazing baseball player that decided to bring his skills out and try football. And right away you could see it. You could see that he had this flash, this kind of like magic about him that was so much fun to watch. But he had never played football before. And he wasn't sure, he's still not sure, how to protect himself all the way. But by far, one of the bravest kids on our team. I wish you were wearing short sleeves. One day he showed up, and I looked over at him, and it looked like he was speckled on his arms from bruises. Because he runs the ball so often, he's still not used to lower his level to protect himself. He runs up and down a lot, he gets nailed right here with shoulder pads and helmets all the time. He doesn't care. He just keeps coming. Like, dude, we gotta protect you or you're not gonna make it through the season. But he has started figuring it out. And it's great. And he got derailed a little bit there, but now he's back. He's in full force. He looks great coming back, buddy. So excited. I tell you, you've got such a great future in football, and your bravery is amazing, buddy. I'm so proud of you. You're such a tough man. Another one of these guys that just amazed me. I'm telling you, you don't realize how gifted and talented our kids are. Right? So Logan, first year out, didn't expect anything from him, never played football before. It seems like every time he would come out, he would surprise us a little more and a little more. It was a little overwhelming for him. I'm telling you, if you've never played football before, your whole life they're telling you to like leave that boy alone, don't touch him, stay away from him, give him some space, and then all of a sudden you come out on football and I'm like, get him, get him, get him, get all over him, God, what are you doing? Attack him, you know. It's a little bit kind of overwhelming. And for Logan, it was that way, you know, but we would stick him in the game, and you could tell going out there, he was a little nervous, not really sure what to do, but as soon as that ball would snap, he just clicked in, and next thing you know, he's running around, tackling people, and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But I mean, it's crazy how you just magically just boom, clicked it on, and you were just out there doing it. And then toward the middle of the season, we figured out something else that he has. He's got incredible hands. He's our holder on the field goals. He and Obi and Noah are the three that made that incredible play happen where we kicked the extra points and stuff. And it doesn't matter. There's sometimes where Noah's not there and I gotta snap it. And I mean, I'm terrible. I snap it all around and stuff, and he just somehow just snags it, pulls it down. So I'm telling you, buddy, because of the way that you're such a gamer and the way your hands are and everything, you need to come to practice all the time because it's only a matter of time you're going to be a skilled player. I'm serious, quarterback, running back, receiver, something. Right? I'm telling you, you got a bright future, buddy. I'm so proud you made such a great part of this. He's got to be one of the biggest kids in the league. Never played football before. Right? And you know, I told you how overwhelming football is, you know, about the whole physicality of it and aggressiveness of it and everything. Try coming out and running 25 hills when you're this big, right? God blessed him with such a big, strong body, right? And now, you know, we ask him to go out there and do all the same stuff that every other kid does that doesn't, you know, that weighs half his weight. Buddy, the way you work this year is the reason you've been successful. Your work ethic, the way you went at it, I'm so proud of you. Jalal we met Jalal because his family came and did laundry at Coach Greg's laundromat. Coach Greg thought he was recruiting his little brother. His little brother looks like he's 10, right? Hey, he's like 7. And then we were like, the next thing we know, Jalal shows up and we were like, thank you, God. Wow, look at this, right? And then, but there was the coronavirus year. This young man for almost 9-12 months straight called Coach Greg every week and bugged him about when football was going to start. Finally, Coach Greg got sick of the calls and stuff, so he gave him my phone number. Then he started bugging me every week. And then as soon as we started 7-on-7, he wasn't even playing, but he was so excited to finally actually be able to go somewhere and say we started. He started coming out with us at 7-on-7 just to be able to come out on the field and see everybody. Started bonding with all your teammates and everything. In the very beginning, because you're so big and you know you weren't in shape and everything, you really didn't have an impact or didn't do anything. But man, look how much you've grown. These last couple of games, you see him in there tackling people, one hand throwing people down and stuff. It's amazing, buddy. I'm so proud of you, right? And I think we had a bet at the end of the year. And Coach Greg bet that Jalal wouldn't be able to make an impact in the game, and I bet he would, and I think we won that bet, buddy. You look great. You're doing a great job. I'm so proud of you. Hampton, come on out. More than anybody on our team, I think, right? At the beginning of the season, he was all over the place, just like scatterbrained, just all over the place. Every time I would try to tell him something, Hampton, you're not lined up in the right stance, I would get this. It got to be it drove me crazy to the point I told him, every time I see your palms, you do 10 push-ups. Right? It got better. After a while, I only saw him do this. So I only gave him 5 push-ups, right? And then now we don't see this anymore. The other day in practice, he came through at the defensive end and intercepted a ball and ran it back like 40 yards. It was amazing, buddy. But it just shows how far you've come. You remember the beginning of the season, I was on your butt all the time. And now the only things I really say to you are, great job, Hampton. You look great, Hampton. Oh yeah, I do say, you got to watch if I'm going to throw you the ball, Hampton. I said that the other day, too. But buddy, you've come so far. You know it too. I'm so proud of how far you've grown this year. Buddy. I'm really proud of you. I can't wait to see what you do next year. I'm telling you, you've got a bright future ahead of you. Not just in football, but in anything you do. This young man is amazing. The first time I saw Colin, he was throwing a temper tantrum in the end zone with his mom at 7-on-7. I looked over and I thought, we can't do this. You gotta stop. And after the thing, I went up to him and told him, I said, look, if you want to play a skill position or have any kind of responsibility on this team, I gotta be able to talk to you. You can't freak out and do that kind of stuff. I've never seen him do anything like that ever again. And a couple of times I've seen him, you know, when you really get fired up, you know what I'm talking about. He really lets it loose, and he lets you get a glimpse of what he's really capable of, and it is amazing. You just got to get him to do it all the time now, not just when he's mad. But the way you progress, and the way you've grown, buddy, everything that you've done, we got big plans for you next year. Tell you you're ready to make that next step. Talk about making sacrifice anywhere I need him. Guard, center, tackle, defense. You know, there are certain games when he didn't even get to play on defense, and he's definitely capable of playing on defense, but it was some of other people who get plays and everything, and you're such a team player. But the way you've grown this year, man, I'm so excited about you playing that outside linebacker, playing center for us, I'm just so proud of you, buddy, the way you came along. Not just the way you've grown with football, but mentally, how strong you've become, and what a great young man you are. You've done a great job, buddy. Tyler is my Swiss Army knife. I always have a kid like this usually on the team. It's usually somebody that's played football 3, 4, or 5 years. Because my Swiss Army knife is somebody that I can put anywhere. You would laugh if you could see our depth chart. I did it on purpose. I put him in every position, all the way from as a backup on every position, right? He starts for us at defensive tackle. He could start for us on the offense too at any one of those positions. But because of the way we like to do it, and we like everybody to have a responsibility, have a job, and get play time, you know, he didn't start on offense. He's my Swiss Army knife on offense. And anywhere I tell him to go, center, guard, tackle, end. I mean, we could put him in at any running back, he can still do it. But to be able to do that as a first-year player is amazing. And what it really speaks to, Tyler, is your maturity and your intelligence, buddy. It is amazing for a first-year player to be able to do something. I'm so excited that you and your family are part of our football team. I just can't wait to see what you do in the future. It's amazing, buddy. You really do amazing. I gotta tell everybody, right? Avery does not like change at all. It took me a little while to figure out he's left-handed. Duh, I should put him on the left side of the offense. He did not like it. Coach, I play on the right side. What are you doing? I don't want to move over there. No, Coach, you're ruining my life. No, stop. His mom sent me a message saying, Avery's crying. He's all upset and all this stuff. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? He was so upset. I had to call him and beg him to listen to me and just try it. I want to say that it was the next game or the game after that, Johnny threw him the slant and he whipped around and ran it for a touchdown. I told you so. I told you were too big and that if you would just go over there and catch that slant, none of those little shrimp feedbacks would be able to take you down. I told you so. Right? It's great. He's become, I'm sorry, Obi, please, but he's become Johnny's favorite receiver. You're no one these guys can play anything. When we got into this playoff game against Brookwood Green, right, and we were having trouble blocking, and I needed to try something different, I took one of my best skill players right here, because he's so big and strong, and I put him at offensive tackle. You know what he said? Nothing. He just went out there and tried his best to try to do everything he could. Didn't say a word. I'm proud of you, buddy, for always doing whatever I ask you to do. And I'm proud of you for growing and learning to trust me a little bit more. And what a great job you've done. And I really do feel God's favor on you like crazy, man. You got some big plans. He's got some big plans for you in the future. Michael just hasn't realized yet how awesome he is. I feel kind of sorry for him because I see him a lot of times looking at me like, Coach, why are you doing this? Why are you on me telling me to do these things and all this kind of stuff? Leave me alone. And when he says that, I look at him and I say, Michael, it's not my fault. God's the one that made you so awesome. You just don't know it yet. You wait and see, right? And I'm telling you, you've got so much ability, buddy. Just keep working hard and keep trying and everything. And he's got so many things going on in his life that just kind of shows you. I know you play a musical instrument, right? What other kind of stuff? You play basketball? So many different things going on. That's why you're such a well-rounded young man. I'm so happy that I'm your coach, and I can't wait to work with you some more. And you wait and see. Just like I told Avery, I'm telling you, buddy, you trust me. You got big things coming ahead of you, and someday I'm going to tell you I told you so too. You wait and see. All right, buddy, I love you. When I saw Amy, I mean, look at him. When I saw Amy at registration, I was like, yeah! I was so excited, right? Big, strong, athletic young man, but he's also incredibly skilled, talented, plays baseball on a like super high level. I don't know what you playing any other sports yet? We got to get you playing basketball too. You'd be an amazing power forward. But came out on the football field. A very similar story to some of the other boys that played baseball, had a lot of success in baseball, but weren't sure about football. When he came out of football, it was a little bit difficult for him, unnerving for him. In the beginning, he's another guy that started off kind of on the bench, not really having a spot. Worked his way in. Initially, what we saw him as is being a running back, right? Just because he's so big and strong and the way he runs, we figured nobody would want to try to tackle this young man. But he wasn't ready for it. And so even in the beginning, he's used to being the superstar baseball player. When we brought him out for football, he was ready to be the superstar football player, but he wasn't ready yet. He was ready, but he wasn't ready. So he had to take a step back. I'm so proud of him. He came and worked with me. Didn't have a job, wasn't doing anything, right? Started him on the board, started him on the sled. I mean, talk about starting from the bottom and working your way up, buddy. And then once you got to the point where you really knew what you were doing, you started progressing there, then we moved you back up to running back, and then you saw him run the ball sometimes. Unbelievable how great you did. But the part that I'm really proud of you about is anytime we needed you to go back to tackle, you went back to tackle. We needed you to run back, you went to running back. You did whatever we asked you to do. And everywhere we put you, buddy, you excelled. I'm so proud of you, and I'm telling you, boy, God really bless you too. All right? And please, just baseball is okay. I mean, football, hey. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You've grown so much. At the beginning of the season, had trouble getting into a stance or even getting out, but day by day, you got better and better. And buddy, I'm so proud of him. He's grown in the way he works. He started playing some center now, and the way that you work on your own and everything has been awesome. But the thing that I love about Owen more than anything that you don't really get from him, he's such a nice guy. He's so well-mannered. Newell and Stephanie, you've done such a great job turning him into such a well-mannered, such a nice young man. But there is a fire inside of this young man that burns white hot. And you trust me, you don't want a piece of it. And as soon as Michael got some up the other day in the huddle. Right? As soon as you get it all figured out, but I'm telling you, you've got a bright future ahead of you. And the way you've grown this year, the way you've progressed, I'm telling you, you've gotten better and better and better every day. So I'm proud of the way that you care, I'm proud of the way that you work, and I'm telling you, buddy, I love that fire inside of you, okay? Great job, buddy. Johnny Dye, come on up. Johnny, I'm so proud of you the way you progressed this year. He's really turned the corner this year. In years past, unbelievable running the offense, managing the offense, running the plays exactly the way we need them to go, distributing the ball where it needs to be. But this year, you turned the corner. You've actually become a very good passer, and now you've become a very good runner too. The way you intercepted me in practice yesterday, I hated it, but it was awesome. And, but so I'm just amazed, buddy, by the way you turned the corner this year. But also, the thing I'm most proud of you for is mentally how tough you are. Coming over here with a new team, not knowing anybody but Tayshawn, you gave us some stability in the backfield that allowed all these kids to grow and progress in a way that we wouldn't have been able to do if we didn't have a quarterback like you. We're very lucky to have you, buddy. You're amazing. Thank you so much for the great job you did. We love you. All right, what did you play last year, Eli? Guard, tackle? Play guard or tackle, right? Usually your guard or tackle is not kind of the leader of your team who you look to that really kind of leads things and stuff. So it was it was crazy the transition that you made from going to being a guard or tackle to being one of the premier best players on our team. To have to step up into that kind of role of responsibility, buddy, you did it great. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of you. The way you've grown from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, the way you listened to 7-on-7, I mean, you were all over the place at 7-on-7, but the way you focused, the way you've grown, and you see it. Eli actually went and played with the FBU guys the other day, and I asked him, I said, so how was it? He said, he said he made the team. You don't understand. FBU is for all the elite football players around. It's a very expensive travel program that they have cuts, only certain people make it. Eli already said he's going to come back and play with us, so don't get scared that he's going to go play with FBU, right? But to be able to go and try out for an FBU team and to be able to make it, it's kind of a big deal. It shows that you truly are one of the elite athletes. I'm telling you, buddy, you deserve it. You really are an elite athlete, all right? Coach Greg and I are so lucky to have you, Coach Drew, your family as part of our team, and to be able to coach you this year and to watch you grow and progress. I'm telling you, next year it's going to be even more amazing. I'm proud of you, buddy. Great job this year.
I know, right? Look at him.
Dylan is amazing. I'm telling you, it's the ability that God gave you, buddy, is just crazy. It's not even fair. And he doesn't even really know it, and we don't even really talk about it, but he really is the heart and soul of our team. The way your toughness, buddy, and the way you, it's not just the toughness, but it's the way you handle your business. Every boy on this team knows that they can trust you and count on you, that you've got their back. And then the way you handle yourself when you're out there, You know, there ain't no moment too big for you, ain't no player going against you too big for you. I love the way you go about it. Your mentality is amazing. It's contagious. The guys around you love you, and I can see why. You know, we need to, buddy. We're so lucky to have you on our team. I mean, you made some progress this year, but golly, you already started here. You know, you started here. It's just great, buddy. We're just so lucky to have you. Good, great job. You guys don't even know the connection. You don't even know the connection, right? So was it 6 years ago, 5 years, 6 years ago? Coach Greg's son was 9 years old, right? He played at Brookwood. He played with Kendall, Cam's brother who's here, right? Coach Dorian and Sarai were there, right? Little Johnny was running around playing with Cam. They were like 3 years old playing around in the playground over here at Brookwood, right? And we had such a great season. I mean, it was a magical season that year too. We took a team that had never won a game before. Kendall's team and Gregory's team never won a game before. And the next year when we coached them, we actually made it to the playoffs. It was so exciting. One of the most special seasons that we've ever coached. And it was just amazing that Johnny and Cam were little kids playing around in the sand together, and now they're on the same team together. And when we kind of figured it all out and decided that we were coming back over to Brookwood this year, first thing we started doing is doing the math and realizing that Cameron Beard's that right age, and that he was on that team. And I'm telling you, we are so close to losing Cam. He almost went to play on another team. We're not going to mention which team it was, but he is so lucky he didn't. And so are we. And so we're so lucky at him. But I'm telling you, you want to look for a leader. You want to look for a leader on a team. Here he is. And it's not the physical ability. I mean, you see how big and strong he is. He's just as fast as everybody else, and he's big. Physically, he's got it. But the thing that really impressed me was his brain. Oh my gosh, we would go out there and be like, if he does this, you do this. If he does that, you do that. Now, if they do this, now you do this and that. Now, what do you do if he does this? And he was just rattling all right back at me. I was amazed. But you're such a smart young man. And I don't know if people really know it, but I want to brag about how smart you are. And I'm telling you, we're so lucky. You're such an amazing young man. Not just on the football field, but all around. You're a great kid.